Coming to you live from the RMIT studios in the heart of Melbourne, the city that is still high on rubber and petrol fumes. It's Studio A with Dave Thornton. On tonight's show, new star from the ABC, Lawrence Leung. Acclaimed comedian, Greg Fleet. From the Royal Children's Hospital, Christine Unsworth. Comedy from Wilson Dixon. Music from Damon Smith. And of course, our regular guest, Jess Harris. But please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the host of Studio A, Mr. Dave.
He's a fine piece of man meat, that Oliver. We've got a great show here for you guys down at Studio A here on a Monday. Thank you guys for turning up, and thank you guys for switching on the telly and watching this despite all the other good shows that are on. Now, welcome here. Now, obviously, I think I talk for every Melburnian out there and say, thank Christ the F1's over. I'm not saying I wasn't the biggest fan of F1s, or what I like to call free tinnitus, but it's is this on? The guys assured me tinnitus will crack people up. Everyone's sitting there going, is that athlete's foot? But the F1s were obviously on the weekend. I'm not a massive fan of F1, but it seemed like a lot of things were happening. Jenson Button won, the English driver. Ferrari didn't seem to even finish the race. And actually Toyota got third place taken away from them, which is amazing. It's kind of like deja vu, isn't it? It's a bit like World War II. You know, like the English won, the Italians crumbled, and the Japanese didn't know what hit them. So, but too soon? Fair enough. Yeah. Also, massive news. It's funny that there's just money going everywhere always on the F1s. There's money going every which way. And Richard Branson couldn't help it. The guy has $4.4 billion, I think, last count. So he decided he'd actually sponsor some of the racing team. And Jenson Button's team with Rubens Barrichello, he actually sponsored their team. They're a new team. And he decided he'd throw some cash their way. I mean, how apt is that? You know, seriously, Virgin wanted to sponsor inexperienced performers who came first. I think that is brilliant. Now, there was a little bit of low attendance, and obviously the Premier, John Brumby, he spoke out and said, well, obviously, because of the global financial crisis, people weren't turning up. Yeah, a bit of that, John, or maybe, I don't know, it's shit. I'm just saying, people here in Melbourne, it's not too special for us to see a couple of cars jostling for position and possibly getting into a crash. I mean, if we want to see that, we can just hang out at the Hoddle Street intersection at peak hour. But obviously it was Earth Hour as well on the weekend. Did you guys participate in Earth Hour? A couple of concerned people were like, I didn't, but yeah, screw it. I'll agree with you. Earth Hour, obviously we all had to turn off all our electrical goods and things for an hour, and I know I did it. I participated. At 8:30 on Saturday night, I turned off all my lights, and admittedly, it made my drive to my mum's place a little bit hairy, but still pushed through, I think. Like initially I was a little bit wary, but you know, some of the other drivers, they were good to me. You know, they got behind me. Thank you. Every little bit counts. Thanks very much. It was nice. Let's hope my insurance company really kicks in for being environmentally friendly. That panel's not going to heal itself, but neither is that dog. But anyway, it's a made-up dog. It's just a joke. Now also we tackle the big issues here. QBH is in the front page news again at Queensbridge Hotel. Any of you guys frequent Queensbridge Hotel, by any chance? What a great place that is. I've driven past there and everyone's looking, you know, quite nice out the front, dressed to a T, in Supre. And you don't usually hear that, do you? Dressed up in Supre, you know. It's kind of like, it's kind of like hearing like healthy asbestos. It doesn't usually line up. But I was I think Queensbridge Hotel, they've actually come out because there's been a couple of fisticuffs that have happened at the actual pub. So to curb that a bit, they're actually putting glasses. They're not using glasses, I should say. They're actually using plastic cups, which I think is appropriate. I mean, that's plastic people using plastic to pay for it and they get plastic back. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. And then if people don't actually like it, the bouncers can take you out back, smack you up so hard that you need plastic surgery. So Hakuna Matata, circle of life. Now, I don't usually do this at the opening monologue, but I just want to flash up a little picture now on screen This is a little shot we've got here. This was in the news. This happened in Berkshire. I love that response. Someone went, what? Oh, matron. But if we can actually flash it up just again, this is actually a 60-foot phallus that was found on the top of a mansion in Berkshire in England, and it was done there by an 18-year-old. That was his parents' house. Admittedly, they did say when that photo was taken, it was cold. It's usually a lot larger than that. Only the women laughed. I noticed the bloke's like, yeah, that's fair enough too. It's actually a pretty cool photo. They didn't know for a year. It's been up there for a full year. Yeah, that's the longest time Fiddler on the Roof has ever toured in Berkshire. But thank you. That's up there with tinnitus. Now, guys, we've got a great show for y'all tonight. We've got a lot of guests on. Now, I usually say it is a great show, but we've actually got a lot of guests on. I know, usually I go, it's a good show. Mentally, I just think, so-so. But here we've actually got Lawrence Leung, who, I don't know if any of you guys saw his ABC show. It aired last Wednesday, but we'll have a bit of a yap about that. He's going to be on. Greg Fleet is also going to be on here. Christine Unsworth is going to be coming on and talking about the Good Friday appeal. And we're also going to be finishing off with music from Damon Smith and the Quality Lightweights. And of course, our wonderful regular Jess Harris. And now, as we always do every week, give a big, massive Studio A welcome to the Studio A band. Now let me tell y'all something for free. Studio A doesn't just happen, all right? I can tell you that, from the people in production to the lighting to the managers to even that fat kid that gets the free pizza on our breaks. Everyone combines to make the show what it is. Now, as viewers may or may not know, most of the regulars on this show are also writers, and I'm happy to say we've got another new kid on the block. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tommy Little.
Hey, Dave.
Tommy?
How are you?
I'm good, mate. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on the team.
No, it's more than happy, mate. You do it for free, so we're more than happy for you to have you here. Now, Tommy, there is only a small team. Obviously, some of the regulars that come on here, they do a bit of writing, contributing. Have you met any of the guys?
I've seen a few of the guys knocking about.
Something just fell off. Don't you feel good about being here?
It's good to know that the studio is falling apart now that I'm on board. But I have met a few of the guys. I've seen them bumping around. Yeah, well, actually, some of the guys that come down, they're willing to give you a little something to kick off your time here at Studio A. This is Fox Klein and Carl Sandler, everybody. Carl Sandler. There we go. And they're pretty happy they've got a new guy on board, I can tell you that much.
A little gift from us to you, a special official Studio A writing quill to pen all your community television gold with. Well done.
That's just a normal Bic.
Actually, it's a back. We couldn't afford a Bic.
You'll get used to second rate here. It's just good to have you aboard because I think it's going to work well, you know, with Carl, Fox and you and I. This is going to be a nice little time.
Yeah. So hey, dudes, what's happening? Are we having a meeting? Something?
We got a... Oh, who's this?
I'm Tommy Dasilo. I'm on the show. I've been here since the first episode. You guys all know me. I know you do. And still, it's good to have a new Tom on, isn't it? Another Tommy? Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We got this Tommy here. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know if there is room for... Are you getting a little bit jealous?
I wouldn't say I'm jealous.
Oh, look out, little Tommy doesn't particularly like Tommy Little. Oh, this is getting a little bit edgy, isn't it? Just a little bit awkward. Oh, look, mate, we've just got a little bit of a show to run, so if you can just skedaddle off to the side.
Right.
Make a couple of drinks or something. Good to have you on board, though, mate. We've got, actually, mixed soccer. We play a bit of that on Wednesday.
Hey, Thorno, mate, I bought you a coffee, just how you like it, a latte in a mug with chocolate sprinkles, and if you look in the foam, I got them to draw your face. Took me ages to find a barista that would do it, but if you just look at it for 5 seconds, I think you'll really notice that looks really...
Good on you, mate. Anyway, what was I saying?
Sorry, mate. How's the coffee, Dave?
It's actually not bad, mate. That's not bad.
Oh, what?
Gee, thanks, mate. I really like coffee.
Yeah, I had a hunch you might. I thought...
Thanks, mate.
No way.
You're the best Tommy we've ever had, I reckon.
Hey, Dave, I made you this. I made you a macaroni picture of your face. Of your beautiful head. I just wanted you to have it.
What am I going to do with that, mate? You can't eat this. It's raw.
Are you looking for something to eat, Dave?
Yeah, I was a bit peckish.
I wasn't even going to bring this up, but I actually I banged that up a bit earlier.
Oh, wow, look at that. Huh? That's actually cooked and it's got all its toppings.
Yeah, good on it.
Oh, that's a whole lot of goodness from a good Tommy.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay.
That's really good, thank you.
Yeah, I know when I'm not wanted. Yeah, right. Maybe I'll just leave then, huh?
Hey, Tom.
Maybe I'll just run away from the show
There you
and
go, mate.
it's all my stuff. All right then. All right.
See you, Timmy.
See you, dude.
See you, mate.
Hey, Tommy, wait. No, if you're going, I'm going too.
Whoa.
Oh, no, you don't have to leave or anything. We're just saying. It's not always.
Psych!
You totally thought. You thought you were going to say, and then you didn't. That was what was funny about that whole situation. That was like a reversal thing.
Oh, snap.
That was certainly a little awkward. Poor Tommy Dassler. Well, anyway, now with Tommy gone, we can really get on with the show. Coming up next, we got Jess Harris and, of course, special guest Lawrence Leung and more of that devil in denim, Tommy Little. See you soon, sports fans.
Welcome back. Once again, it's time to welcome one of our Studio A regulars back to the desk. She's here to make our lives a little bit richer as she dispenses knowledge like some kind of broken vending machine spewing forth packets of wisdom to anyone lucky enough to be in the vicinity. Please welcome the wonderful Jess Harris. Did you like that? Did you like that?
I'm a broken vending machine.
You're a broken vending machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like throwing out Twix of
Wisdom.
love.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I predict the week ahead. So I come on here and I let people know what's going to be happening from news, fashion fads and trends to make planning their week a little bit more easier.
I can't wait for those little pearls of wisdom.
I know.
I know.
It's amazing.
Was our Phil's Roy due? Ms. Jess Harris with the week ahead.
All right, so we're looking ahead now, predicting from the 30th of March to the 5th of April. Now, this week, we're seeing Rudd's stimulus package is the last of the handouts getting handed out. And Australians are worried because it falls on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. But even though all signs point to this being an absolute joke, it is actually going to be handed out. So your money to spend overseas on that Bali holiday is safe. No need to be worried at all. And in Hollywood gossip, Britney Spears will be portrayed yet again, with her former stylist releasing a tell-all book claiming that she was born with both male and female parts. And on a similar topic, Demi Moore will suspend production of her current film due to an inflamed upper lip. Her skin will react very badly to wax used to eliminate her slight moustache. Poor Demi. And in fashion fads and trends, for the girls, there is going to be a trend of a full body tattoo of leopard print. Now, while this looks amazing for a couple of weeks, surprisingly, it's just a fad. So maybe think twice when you go to get the permanent spots. And for men, get ready to lose the shirt. Next week, it's all about jackets worn solo. No undergarment required, just a whole lot of confidence. I think it is hot. And next week's health heads up, when selecting foods from the sea, avoid crab meat. Only 3% is actually crab meat, the rest being recycled cardboard, jellyfish and dolphin noses. Yeah, I know, the pink colour's actually drawn on with a highlighter. And in news next week, we'll see Melbourne's youngest armed robbers. A 7-year-old boy and his accomplice female friend together will hold up a local news agency disguised in Shrek masks and carrying a samurai sword. They'll walk away with $2,000 cash, a wad of scratch and wins and a bag of sour warheads. While in international news, there will be a Loch Ness sighting in Scotland, with London, Paris and New York still remaining popular tourist destinations. Next week's warning, Tuesday is a bad day to beat a dead horse, but looking to be just right to play the electric slide guitar. So one negative, one positive. And next week in numbers, 450 people will secretly read their partner's diary. 175 workers will be let go Wednesday disguised as April Fool's Day tricks. Unfortunately, this is no joke, so pack your desk. While 3 semi-professional ballroom dancers will break out in a heat rash due to pre-show anxiety. And finally, looking at our emotional forecast for the week, Thursday's looking to have a lazy breeze blowing in, causing people to cut corners, fall asleep on the job, and lie to get out of commitments. So if you've got a busy week, I suggest make a motivational playlist just to kick the urge to stay home and watch romantic comedies all day. Dave, that's the week ahead.
Very nice, Jess. Very nice.
Lazy breeze.
A lazy breeze?
Yeah.
Like I needed it anymore.
I know.
That's fantastic. You know, you don't like the phrase stimulus package?
Yeah.
It's something just...
It
sounds like nasal spray. That's what it sounds like. Like, I pulled out my stimulus package. It's a
I'm excited about it. I'm getting it.
Do you like that? Do you like that sound effect?
Oh, I didn't mind it.
Yeah. My girlfriend doesn't appreciate it, tell you that much. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Now
No
I feel a little
worries.
bit more secure. Give a round of applause for Jess Harris. Thank you, Jess. Our next guest on tonight, I don't know why I started out like that. I felt like Richard Carlton. But our first guest tonight is well known on the Australian stand-up scene, packing out theatres and winning awards for his imaginative solo shows. Now you can catch him, as I mentioned, every Wednesday night on the ABC with his new show, Choose Your Adventure. Please welcome Lawrence Leung.
Dave, how are you?
Good, mate. Take a seat.
Wow.
Lounge around.
Oh,
That's
well.
great colour combination.
Yeah, thank you. I'm water. I'm aqua.
New.
Good start.
Yeah, the essence. I'm aqua, the essence of wetness.
Actually, more like Grimace, actually, from McDonald's.
Doesn't that look like Grimace?
Can we say that, though, on this station?
Can we say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want sponsors.
Okay.
I'd be happy if McDonald's gave us
McDonald's.
money.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and golly gosh, Lexus, don't they make a good car? But now, Lawrence, I did see your show on Wednesday. It premiered on Wednesday on the ABC, Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yep.
Now, it's about you basically living out all the adventures you wanted when you were younger.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea for a TV show, doing all the things you've ever wanted to do as a kid but never got around to. And I like to thank the taxpayer for letting me live out my adventures. I can't believe how it actually happened.
How did it happen?
Well, basically, I had this idea a couple of years ago. I was going through a bit of a, quarter-life crisis, as we all go through at some point in our lives. And a lot of my friends, they find themselves by going overseas, and that usually means finding themselves on a Kentucky tour trying to bang Swedish backpackers. And I didn't do that, unfortunately. I just, went home and looked through the old school diaries, and I looked through some childhood diaries I had at the time and photos and things, and I found or rediscovered this 10-year-old, which was a bit cooler than I am now. He had an overactive imagination. He wanted to do all these things like, be a wrestler like Hulk Hogan. He wanted to be a breakdancer like Shabba-Doo from Electric Boogaloo. And he wanted to drive in a DeLorean. And could this be an idea for a show? And it happened. I got to drive in a DeLorean.
Really? Man, when I was younger, it's not. I love this show, but and then when I was 10 years old, it was like, yeah, totally. I want to be on community television and get paid nothing when I grow up. But then
you achieved your dream.
That's why I'm here. But the cool thing.
Oh no, no, I didn't mean to. No,
Thank
yes.
you. But the thing is, I do love being on this show. This is before the production just goes, we're turning the camera off. It's not worth it. But you really got to live it all out. Like in the first show,
yep.
You basically hunted down your primary school sweetheart.
I wouldn't use the words hunted down. I wouldn't use the word stalking either. My mum thought it was quite creepy. I managed to find my very first crush from grade 3, a girl who I haven't seen in 20 years, and give her this little love letter that I'd always planned on giving her. And she didn't think it was too creepy. She thought it was a bit weird. And I left with a good sense of narrative resolution.
I did like it though, when you were hunting her down, you took a leaf out of the guy in New York last year. He took a leaf out of his book. You know, the guy that wanted to hunt down the girl from the subway.
Oh, yes. Patrick Moberg, he started up this website called girlofmydreams.com to find this girl that he saw on a train. And this actually was an Australian girl. She went to MLC, I think. She was from Melbourne. And he had the hots for her. I mean, she's got from MLC, come on, really. But I went to the school on the other side of the road to them. Anyway, so I decided to take a leaf out of his book, copy his website and make my own, you know, Girl of My Dreams website. Unfortunately, it was schoolgirlofmydreams.com because I
know the website, yeah.
Because, you know, I only remembered her as an 8-year-old girl, and my parents didn't think it was a good idea, and we have since taken down the website. Yeah.
I did like it on the show because you did exactly the same thing. You put a sketch up, and there's you fully grown. You're saying, "I'm looking for this girl, this 8-year-old girl," and your father leant over and go, "Oh, you look like a pedophile."
Thanks, Dad. I have got a beard.
Yeah, well, that's true. And, well, I'm not going to go down that way. Yeah. But now, there's a little bit from the show that we've actually got here that we're going to show. This is you, when you were over in LA, you were talking to some pickup artists, and they showed you how to pick up.
Yeah.
And this is actually you working your magic with a Rubik's Cube. If we can just roll this footage.
I'm really passionate about the Rubik's Cube.
How can you beat this? Has anybody ever beat this?
Oh, I can do it.
Show me.
What I'm doing is I've memorised all of these different algorithms. There's 43 quintillion positions, and there's only one correct formation. Is this boring you?
No, I'm actually amazed at how you're going to find how this all fits.
What's your name?
My name's Marley.
Hello, Marley. How are you?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Finish the cube.
Yeah, well, I got her number.
So you should play up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I was a teenager and solving the cube, the only way to learn to solve the cube was to have no social life and not talk to girls. And who would have thought, you know, as an adult, you solve the cube, you get this girl's number. That's my tip to everyone out there.
That is awesome. Yeah, no, the only thing I learned from being like 10 years old was just picking my nose. That's not going to work now. I could be down at QB and getting plastic into the face. But now, dude, you also have a comedy festival show on.
Yep. Time Ninjas.
Time Ninjas.
It's a show all about time travel. It's with a guy called Andrew McCullen. We're doing a comedy play.
Yeah.
Yep, all about time travel. It starts this Wednesday, actually. The same night as my TV show, so I can't actually watch myself, which is great, because I cringe whenever I see myself on the screen. I'm looking at myself on the monitor there. I prefer to be live on stage.
Well, if you want to check out Lawrence, he has got the show on at the Trades Hall at 8:30.
Yep.
It'll be all over on the Comedy Festival every night, bar Monday. And also you're on ABC 1, 9:30 every Wednesday night. Give a round of applause for Lawrence Loon. We'll be right back after the break with Aussie comedian Greg Fleet. Stay where you are, we're back soon. That went. You always get this. Yeah, you go to the Welcome back, guys. Good clapping. Our next guest is a legend of Australian comedy. His conquests include Neighbours, Full Frontal, and now he's back for his 21st show at this year's Melbourne International Comedy Festival. We're very happy to welcome Mr. Greg Fleet.
Thank you.
Excellent. That's theatre training. That is. It is.
Bit of theatre training.
Acknowledging the audience.
Yes, I love them. I love their faces. Look at them, all 9 of them. They're beautiful.
This is sold out, my friend. All right.
Excellent. It's very good. It's very good. And you've been on your best behaviour, I notice. Start hosting a TV show, get all proper.
Oh, yeah. I'm proper now. I'm paying for my trams, my friend.
Nice. Oh, really? Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
I was actually seriously thinking about getting on one for free on the way home.
Yeah.
I really was. I was actually thinking, I don't think I've got enough on me. No, I'm not going to pay. And if they catch me, I'll just say, speak to you. So he's paying for his, he can pay for mine.
Put it on the rider.
That's what I'm going to put it. Yeah, okay. All right, ask me something.
It's been 21 years. 21. Wow.
It's been beautiful. It's been a great ride.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy roller coaster ride of mirth and mayhem.
Well, interestingly enough, we get a montage here of
I actually believed that for a second, then I thought, hang on, Channel 31? No, there's no way. You can't afford a montage. Montages cost like $8. There's no way.
It's just... Montages is just Oliver singing and me doing all these different poses and things like that.
I'd love to see my career acted out by you and Oliver with robot moves, but maybe another night. Doesn't have to be now.
Yeah, if you can write it in for us.
But 21 years, it's one thing I will say about doing comedy for 21 years is it seems like it took about a week. It was actually, didn't seem slow. It didn't seem to take a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the next 21 years, they're going to go like that. But it just goes, I mean, as you know, how long have you been doing it? 7 years? 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
So that's pretty quick, doesn't it? Does it seem like 5 years?
It doesn't seem like 5 years. Every time I add it up.
Yeah, you go, whoa.
I always have that thing when they go, how long have you been doing it for? And I go, 5 years. Then I go, oh, I should be better. Like,
how do you think I feel? 21 years. Oh, I should be worse.
Because you've toured internationally. You've toured England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, the United Kingdom, all of it.
Yeah, all of it. Holland.
Yeah.
Done gigs in Holland.
Have you?
Yeah. That was hilarious.
What was that like?
Can't remember. That good. No, it was great. It was really weird because I thought, being people who speak Dutch, that they would find, they wouldn't understand what I was on about.
Yeah.
But they're amazing because they get, considering English is their second language, they get irony, they get twists of language. It's quite remarkable considering, they speak a second language that well. We don't speak our own language that well.
No.
Let alone learning a second one.
And I remember being over there and they're so grammatically correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just stick to the letter of it. I can imagine the heckles would have been really highbrow. Yeah, very technical.
Yeah. But
going down to the postie, you'll find each post office. Bang!
We're not all stoned all the time, But no, it was.
Have you ever had any being overseas? You must have had some pretty hairy gigs. Have you had some ones? Hairy heckles or?
Yeah, I've had some just bad situations happen. I mean, I've just had some awkward situations happen, and I've also experienced occasionally, not so much recently, but a few years ago, I experienced a real kind of like, sort of you're from Australia, I hate you kind of vibe.
Overseas?
Yeah.
Oh!
But not all the time, just occasionally in some places, some venues in England, they were really... I think they were... Well, they get annoyed, because they knew, for example, they knew that I'd only bought a one-way ticket there and when I wanted to go home, I was just going to steal a loaf of bread. That's all. Bang! I've still got the magic. But sometimes they just get a little bit sort of, mother country on you, But
really?
Yeah. Just I mean, generally it's fine. Scotland's great, Scotland.
My favourite line to English people is when they're in the audience is always go, "Why did you guys steal a quarter of our flag and use it as your own?" And they say, "It's not right. No, you'll back off, son."
The other thing that used to happen to me was this happened to me a couple of times. Is English people saying to me, I really don't think it's right what you people did to the Aboriginals. And I'd always say to them, hang on, wasn't that you? Just let me check my history. We didn't actually exist.
Yeah. You did it to the whole British Empire.
Yeah, you were very good at it.
And what I hate too is they make it third world countries, then they have the Commonwealth Games, where these guys are like, they're like, can you run fast? We just want water. You lost.
Well, the other thing they do is, this is what I love about England, is in the Olympics, like, say a Scottish guy comes last in an event, the English commentator will go, oh, and the Scottish fellow finished last. But if a Scottish guy comes third, they'll go, and third to Great Britain. And you go,
Yeah. Now, mate, you have got a show on at the Fizzle as well.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah. Where's My Pony?
Where's My Pony? It's don't pay too much attention to the title. It's just going to be me talking about 21 years of being the Fleet Man. Yeah.
Sweet combo.
Sweet combo. Fleet Man, 21 years. Sweet combo. There will be a bit of sweet combo in it. But it's on at a place called Roxanne, which is on, it's on 2 Coverlid Place, as you all know.
Off Little Burke Street, yep. BTW, Russell and Exhibition Street.
So don't be saying you can't get a little Chinese feed because you can, Little Burke Street, you can do that. I wish I hadn't said that.
Guys, I caught Fleety at the Adelaide Fringe Festival. He was fantastic, so it's worth going down to see. 21 years of comedy brilliance combined for hilarity. You may laugh so hard, you might even a little bit of pee will come out. So,
a tiny portion.
So, thanks, mate. Give Greg Fleet a round of applause, guys. After the break, we're going to chat with Christine Unsworth and the country trainer from Cripple Creek in Colorado, Wilson Dixon. Wang. See you soon. I hope the land. Here we are. Our next guest has been the Executive Director of the Royal Children's Hospital Good Friday Appeal for more than a decade. During that time, she has helped raise over $100 million for the Royal Children's Hospital. Please welcome Christine Unsworth.
Thank you. Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
It's almost about time to jump again, isn't it? Easter's around the corner.
We're jumping.
We're jumping?
We're jumping, all right. Yes. Yeah.
It's because it's a live show like this one, so do you get frazzled on the day?
No, I get frazzled before the day, but if it's not all done and dusted by the day, I think it's way too late. We've got lots of organisation and it's all happening now.
Yeah. Now, you've been doing it for a decade, but it's been running for a fair amount of time, the Good Friday Appeal.
78 years this year.
78 years?
78 years, yeah.
Wow. It's almost as old as JC himself. It didn't go too well. I'll admit that. I'll take that on board. Now,
dear.
You've been doing it for a decade now, and like I said, it's been running over all that time. It's a real Victorian institution, the Good Friday Appeal.
Sure is.
I know it's always on in the background. When I've had Easter growing up, it's always there. I was hoping my name would always get called, but I never
Donate
realised.
$500,000 this year and I'll call your name out 10 times.
500,000?
Yep, dollars.
Oh, it's if you were going to say Vietnamese yen, I could have done it, or dong, or whatever it's called. But I could have always waited for it. Do you ever think you could just pull a name out, like say, oh look, Dick Smith said he'd donate $200,000 and just throw him in the deep end, or?
No. In a word, no. I haven't ever done that. We get some fantastic donations, but I think the main thing about the Good friday Appeal is it's the mums and dads appeal and the people on the street. We don't get huge dollops of money from companies. Last year we raised $12,480,000 and it was made up of lots of little bits of money, which is just fantastic because most people can afford $20 or $50, but they certainly can't afford $1 million. So it is many, many donations by lots and lots of people.
That's amazing too, $12 million. That deserves a round of applause, guys. Now, and I know, especially around this time of, especially recently the tragedies that have come up, it's probably, they do some good work. I know Royal Children's Hospital. I've been down there actually, friends of mine have had children down there. They do some good work. I was actually going to mention this tonight. There was a good family friend of mine, Nikki and Henry, who had a kid there, Fletcher, and I know they work hard because I remember I went down to see Fletcher when he was down at the Royal Children's Hospital and he had kidney problems, unfortunately, but they fixed it up. But to make sure he was fine, they had to check his urine. So this poor kid was in a cot and I went to visit them and after the whole time, he was just sitting there and he'd just pee when he wanted to and the nurse had to run in with the cup and just kind of go, oh! It was hilarious. But I know they really do some good work down there and 99% of that money goes to the Royal Children's Hospital, doesn't it?
Actually, 100% goes to the Royal
100%.
Children's Hospital, yes. The Herald and Weekly Times started the Good Friday Appeal in 1931 and they actually bankroll it. So all of the money goes to the hospital, which is just fantastic. We hand that over. It takes us until about the end of June and we hand that over to the hospital in total, whatever our total is. So we're very, very lucky.
Are you going to stay on board now?
Oh, for a minute or three? Yes,
yeah.
I will. Every single year, because it's such a very big effort, I think I won't do it again. And then suddenly you walk around the hospital and have a look at the needs there, have a look at the patients, and what more can you say? You're just back on board again and doing it all over again.
Yeah. How long does it run for on the actual day?
It starts at 6 a.m. and goes through till midnight.
My
so
God.
it's a big, big day, a long telethon.
Yeah. Well, if anyone obviously here wants to donate or anyone that's watching, please do. I believe it's on
It's on a
Friday.
website. April 10.
April 10.
Yes.
There is a website?
There is a website, goodfridayappeal.com.au.
Fantastic. Everybody give Christine Unsworth a round of applause.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Now, thank you, Christine. Now, listen up, all your country music fans out there, and goddamn it, the rest of you, because we have a very special guest for you guys this evening. In 2005, this artist released his debut album, Best Of. And tonight, we were lucky enough to drag him away from his road tripping days to perform for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the outlaw country singer from Colorado, Mr. Wilson Dixon.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for having me here. How you doing, folks? Nice to be here. I'm Wilson Dixon. I'm a country singer. Hey, nice to be here in Melbourne. I was walking down the road today. I went past Federation Square. Y'all be familiar with it. Thinking of folks that designed that building, they did something pretty special there, didn't they? You know, they probably got around a table before they built it, thinking, you know, we're building a building here of national importance. It's going to be an icon. It's going to be a target for terrorism. One, we designed it so it looks like it's already being bombed. I walking down the road this afternoon and went past a sign on a door. It said, door must be kept closed at all times. Yeah, that's not a door anymore. That's a bit of the wall with a handle. Gonna sing a song for you guys, you know, you deserve it. This song, it's a song about my ex-wife, Maureen. A few years back, things weren't going so well with me and Maureen, and remember I got home pretty late from a gig one night, and I walked in, and she was waiting up for me. You know, not the good waiting up. She said, I walked in, she said, what time do you call this? I said 3:15. What time do you call it? She said 45 minutes to 4. Can't argue with that. I tried to, though. Said maybe it's 75 minutes past 2. We went on like that for about 135 minutes. Saying the same time from different angles. It doesn't change. This song, it's called More Talk and Less Action. It's off an album of mine entitled I Love You But Also Want to Hurt You. You and me don't talk no more, except to say, don't talk to me anymore. We used to be as thick as thieves, and now you're just a thief. I left $10 on the sideboard, now it's gone. I say potato, you say potato. I say, who says potato? I think you'll find that is not a word. I say tomato, you also say tomato. You should say tomato. You never played by the rules. We used to get on like a house on fire, till you set my house on fire. Why'd you do that? In a stroke of irony that even you might see, the only thing I saved was a photo of you. And now our song is sung, and with the setting sun, the twilight of our love has arrived. I grope around in the dark, I find a match, the flaming spark illuminates you in the corner with a knife. That's behavior unbecoming of a wife. I'm like a boat sailing icy seas, and you're an iceberg, only ever showing 10% of yourself. To me. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. Wilson, thank you so much.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for having me here.
Came all the way here from Colorado.
Yeah, from Cripple Creek. I love it there.
Now, you'll be performing initially at the Victoria Hotel, is that right?
Yeah, Victoria Hotel, Vic's bar. Don't know who Vic is, but maybe he'll be there.
You're going to be there for the whole comedy festival?
I will be, yeah.
Fantastic.
Not during the day, you know, got places to go and things. Where I'm staying, there's a few animals I got to feed.
That's understandable too. And so he'll be there. It'll be starting this Thursday. It's going to be all the way through the comedy festival.
Yeah.
But we'll stick around because we'll be right after the break. We'll be back with a little bit of music. Obviously, you know, you gave us a little bit of music, but there's going to be some other stuff. Not to try.
They playing country music?
Yeah. It's going to be Damon Smith and the Quality Lightweights, guys. We'll be back after the break. Round of applause for Wilson again. Last segment of Studio A before we sign off. Now, I always like to talk to people in TV land and ask them if you'd like to come down and watch the magic of community television unfold. Or simply just watch the hamster running around the wheel that powers the station. They should email us at studioa@rmitv.org and you can come and join you guys. Have you had fun tonight? Yeah. Thank you. So, obviously now at the end of the show, I'd just like to thank everyone who was on it. Lawrence Leung was great. He's on ABC at 9:30, guys, if you do want to check out his show. The first episode was great. This next episode, I believe, he's trying to be a rock star. So come and check that out. Greg Fleet, as he said, he's got his show on at the Comedy Festival. Christine Unsworth is talking about all things for the Good Friday Appeal. And obviously, all the way from Colorado was Wilson Dixon. And our regulars, Jess Harris, and the man who boils my potatoes, Tommy Little. So, I'm sorry, guys. There should be something on the auto cue here. I don't know who's supposed to write this, but there was some stuff that I was supposed to just have here on the auto cue.
I am Dave. I came back for you. Here's the end of the show.
Is this the end of it?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Well, I've been eating out of bins. My life's hit the skids and I've had to do a few things that I'm not too proud of.
What, like prostitution?
No, worse. I had to write jokes for Wipeout.
Oh, the humanity. Look, Tommy, it's good to have you here. I'm not going to lie. Like, Tommy Little was all right, but, mate, something not right about that kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, he left Berkshire, left a massive 60-foot phallus picture just on his parents' roof. It just isn't right, all right?
I knew there was something NQR about him.
Yeah, he sells heroin to Girl Scouts. So, I'm just saying, it's good to have you back, mate. You come back to the team.
You mean I'm back?
You're back.
I'm one of the guys again?
You're back, all right?
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. He's back. Now, off the shoulder look. Very becoming. Now, to take us out, we have a young man who came to Melbourne from Perth to write the score for a film which ended up getting axed. But he remained in Melbourne and is here tonight to perform his song, Professional Dancer. Please put your hands together for Damon Smith and the Quality Lightweights.
There's nothing like the feeling drinking wine with you, talking about the days we left behind us. Now the clock's made up the rules. And at 10, she's left my room. So me and a candle burn, and I close my eyes. And now she's out dancing. I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. Now she's out dancing. I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. Oh, so come on home. Now a Monday is wrapped around us. A silence, it hits the walls. She eats a storm to brew in my heart, my heart, my heart. So I set my mind for romance, and I make the bed out cloud. The rain of peace, and all that's left is a perfume. Now she's out dancing. I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. Now she's out dancing. I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. Oh, so come on. It's the 25th of August, and it's the day she ran away. Professional dancer she must be by now. So I spend my nights alone with a face stuck on sadness. I'm often wondering where she's dancing now. And now she's out dancing. I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. Now she's out dancing. I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. She's out dancing, and I'm here all alone. I'm waiting for her to come on home. Oh, come on home, come on home, come on home.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks, mate. That was Damon Smith and the Quality Lightweights with Professional Dancer. If you like that, you can check out Damon on his MySpace page or catch him live on the 11th of April at the Wesleyan. Guys, thanks for watching Studio A. I've been Dave Thornton. We'll be back next week. Good Nacht. Right, man.